Do you guys think that Fee should make an intro for Doctor Who right from scratch? I think that I think we should have Fee do an intro for Doctor Who right from scratch. In the meantime, here's Sonic, and we're just gonna have him dance around and do a little jig as in lieu of an intro. So come on, buddy. Yep. Right from scratch. I must dash in this direction now. Boop. There we go. I think that was great. Yeah, welcome to Doctor Who from scratch with me, Alan, and sometimes Sonic. How are we all doing? How are we all doing today on this fine fair weather day? It's quite nice outside, actually. Ryan, do you gotta go fast? Every time, mate. Every time. Right, so, yeah, we're gonna write a story from scratch, aren't we? I need to make sure that I have all the things that I need for this. So we have a wheel, we have a text document, we have the docky-walk right here. See? So, first thing we need to pick is a doctor. So, I want to start seeing recommendations in the chat for a Doctor Whom that we can do in this Write a Doctor Whom from scratch. I'm going to go up to 12 suggestions to put on the wheel. So, once we get past 12... okay. Good evening / morning / afternoon. We've got an itch to scratch. Is the Doctor Who Discord not working for anyone else? Yeah. We're having problems with our Discord as well. I think it's just a general problem with Discord. I can't even get into Discord on this computer at the moment. Yeah, something's up. Something's up over at the corner of the disc. What do you think, Sonic? I think Discord's fucked. Thanks, Sonic. He has a really foul mouth in real life. I was really surprised. Almost as foul as mine. The confused adipose doctor. Michael Jackson doctor. The Tania Miller doctor. Tom Hiddleston. The gun doctor. The Emperor. Clara. Missy. 8th Doctor. 2nd Doctor. Series 6B. Okay, I'm gonna take from that fucking shockwave of suggestions. I am going to take the 2nd Doctor, the Charlie Chaplin Doctor, and the Tania Miller Doctor. I think those are good ones there. I think those are good ones there. I think those are good suggestions. No more just suggesting actors you'd like to see as the Doctor, because you're not going to top Charlie Chaplin Doctor as a suggestion. You're just not. You're just not. We don't live in that reality. Peter Cushing Doctor. 3rd Doctor. Hang on. Which one did I miss? 2nd Doctor Series 6B. That was the other suggestion I liked. I see a lot of the usual suspects in there today, and I want to try and avoid those a little bit.
They want to see the wheel.
They want to what? See the wheel?
Yeah.
Well, they can wait a little bit longer.
Oh my goodness.
The Tania Miller Doctor is technically canon, just an unspecified future incarnation. I didn't know that. That's crazy. The forever pondering if the BBC is going to fire me Doctor. Oh, there are questions one could ask about Charlie Chaplin Doctor for propriety's sake. Perhaps not. Are there any others? 12th Doctor? Okay. What are some ones that we don't usually do? Because there's a lot that we always put on the wheel. I like that the Shift always gets suggested. The Doctor's decayed corpse, hollowed out, filled with nanobots and puppeted by a Whovian company in an ever-devolving self-parody. I think we'll put the Shift on here as suggestion number 4. I think that's a good one. And we never really give it its due. 6th Doctor, I just really like 6. I like 6 as well. I like 6 so much that I'm going to put them on the wheel. 2 suggestions for the 6th Doctor, clearly meant to be. What's the best Doctor? The Jaffa Cake Doctor. I've got some fucking Jaffa Cakes in my coat pocket. Hey! And never put on? Well, maybe today's the day, Naja Wing, because it might just be on the wheel. It might just be on the wheel. 2nd Doctor, 4th Doctor. Give me some more. Give me some more. Give me some crazy ones. Who wants to see the wheel, by the way? Who wants to see the wheel? Because I don't. Nick Prinks Doctor. Ryan will never stop suggesting it until you put it on the wheel. That's how this works. Eventually I will, because like I mean Najawin's been suggesting the shift for like ages, and I never put it on the wheel, and today you will see I put it on the wheel. Oh no, Alan, why aren't you hitting your mark? Why are you standing just off camera? It's weird. You have media training, you should know better than this. There you go. Hey, buddy. How you doing today? Yeah, we got 5 that I really like on there so far. Let's keep these suggestions coming. The Answer Doctor. We put the Answer Doctor on a few times. We don't need to do that today. The Clearly Just a Normal Cat Doctor. I'm just replaying different Doctor Who episodes with just a normal cat in them now. Like, imagine a version of the Psycho. Imagine the Rings of Akatan, but it's just a cat. The John Cena Doctor. Alan is looking elegant tonight. Alan is looking elegant tonight. The terrifying digital double of Chief Palpatine from Revenge of the Sith Doctor. Isn't that the shift? The Mad Hatter Doctor. 13th Doctor. Heaven sent, but it's just a cat. I know. Jack Black Doctor. The Alan Doctor. The 45th Doctor, played by Colin Salmon before he was uploaded into the library's moon. That's a really good suggestion. Oh my god. Oh my god, yes. Yes. I do like the idea of a Doctor who is just Palpatine. Like, they're still the Doctor, they're still like a good guy, but they're like, you will travel with me through time. The uncanny deepfake Mark Hamill Doctor. That one's quite good. I'll put that one on. Deepfake Mark Hamill Doctor. Let's just go with that one. The Goblin Doctor. I respect the boldness. Doctor Who. They're all Doctor Who. The 2.5 Doctor from Devious. Isn't that like the Series 6B Doctor? Which one's that? I don't know that one. Doctor Why? Doctor Why? Doctor How? Doctor Why? Doctor When? And Doctor Where? I think this is a record for how quickly I've like cracked up in a stream. I think this is good. We're gonna be in for a banger tonight. Star Wars Fairy Noises. Peter Cushing Doctor. Dr. Paul Bowman. Moffat said that was his intention for Dr. Moon. I know, I heard that. I like that. I think that's really sweet. That's really nice. I like the Dr. Moon thing. I do. I like the Dr. Moon thing because if you add in the Dr. Moon thing and make it like the end of the Doctor's life, then it gives the Doctor and River Song a like circular structure that's almost like 2 wedding rings like bound together to like their story arc. And like I just think that's really beautiful and simple, to be honest. It's one of my favourite things that Moffat ever did. I don't know, bloody gorgeous if you ask me. Star Wars Theory's Weird Al fan film. Doctor, did Star Wars Theory do a Weird Al fan film? Burgess Meredith Doctor. The fourth Doctor from the Simpsons. Xavier, why did you put Doctor in here? Why are you ruining my day? I'm kidding. Eighth Doctor. The Rowan Atkinson Curse of Fatal Death Doctor. Jeff Goldblum Doctor. I'm gonna do the Rowan Atkinson one. I'm gonna do let me see. Let me see who we've got here. What is Devious? It's a 90s fan film that only started releasing in the last couple of years, and John Pertwee's last performance in it. Oh my goodness. Doctor Who should just stop airing. Hey, we're like hardcore, deep take Doctor Who fans, and we understand that you're just coming in here and trying to cause trouble, but guess what? We agree. The second and a half Doctor is a Doctor stuck between 2 and 3. It's like a constipated regeneration. Inspector Spacetime! I tell you what, Inspector Spacetime and Rowan Atkinson Doctor can take up the parody Doctor space. So we've got parody Doctor rep on this now. Doctor Hooves! At 10-bit it's anime is funny. Okay, 10-bit it's anime is funny. Billy Piper. Why does that slap? Why does that like go really hard, Craig? Tell me why Billy Piper Doctor is actually a really good suggestion. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to get a little weird with it today, and this is perfect. So how many have we got now? 11. I got one more. One more, and this is my favourite part of the game. It's high stakes time. Weird CG David Tennant from Dreamland. Ten-bit it's anime. We already have an anime 10. It's perfect. Yeah. The third Doctor from the Doctor Who anime short that came 3 minutes anime. Basil Brush Doctor. That's quite a good one. Mold Witch. What's that one? I don't know. I've only seen the David Tennant episodes. I'm looking through now to see if Dr. Light. You know what? I put Dr. Light in as a Dark Horse 13th suggestion. How about that? I kind of like that. I kind of like that one. Dr. Paul Bowman. It's like I've seen them all. Okay. I'm in for anime 3. Epic Rap Battles of History Doctor. Muppet Doctor. Miss Piggy Doctor. Have you seen that Doctor Who fan animation? I have. It's fucking banging. I have seen the third Doctor one, yeah? Yeah, I've seen that. It's really good. John Cleese Doctor. The Robotic Doctor. The 13th Doctor, but with a gun. Okay. Oh. My thought process there was Doctor House, Apothecary Diaries, anime Doctor Who, most popular Doctor is 10, anime 10. Jeff Bridges Doctor. Imagine the Big Lebowski as Doctor Who, man. Imagine the dude as the Doctor. That weirdly works. Ras Lom, but a black woman. Save that one. We're doing Doctor's Whom right now. But bring that one back in. 13 encourages Ryan to use guns in Ghost Monument. I agree. She did encourage me to use guns in the Ghost Monument. That's true. Okay, I like Anime Free, and I like 13th Doctor, but with a gun. Oh my god, the poll! Should Doctor Who go on hiatus? It looks like the yeses are winning. 13 but a cop? Dude, 13 is a cop. Well, no. 13 is a community support officer that's gone mad with power. That's what 13 is. That's Phasmin in an alternate timeline. One of my favourite tropes in the 13th Doctor era is when they would do like the superhero shots of all the characters just standing there, but they would play like music like it's the fucking Avengers assembling for the first time. And they would just be like standing there. Like literally, sometimes they would have their hands in their pockets. One time, John Bishop just stares into the camera. He just breaks his line and looks at the camera. It's my favourite. It's my favourite trope for the 13th Doctor era that has nothing to do with the writing. William Shatner being peak Shatner Doctor. I wish that William Shatner had met the first Doctor. I wish that Captain Kirk had met the first Doctor. Tank Girl. Save the Tank Girl suggestion for the companion. Just standing there menacingly. Give 9 some love. This has been a real like battle. I don't know. I feel like we can't do 3 but it's anime because we already have 10 but it's anime. I really like the 13th Doctor with a gun though. Leonard Nimoy Doctor hits hard. It really does. It really does. Oh, mwah. That works. That just works. I feel like he'd be like a John Pertwee. I'd feel safe with a Leonard Nimoy Doctor. It does hit hard. It does. Anime free. A lot of you want anime free, and I am nothing if not a slave to the people. So I will put anime free in there. I will put anime free in there. There we go. Okay. Who's ready to make a decision? And by make a decision, I mean spin this wheel a couple of times. Who is ready? Not I! Let's do it.
Yeah, baby.
Come on, Alan. Give us something good today. The 45th Doctor, as played by Colin Salmon in an episode of Doctor Who, I believe. I can't remember the name of it right now. Is it Silence in the Library and Forest of the Dead? Is it that one? Doctor 9.5, who constantly goes between 9 and 10. Imagine Doctor 9.5 meeting Russell T Davies. Anime Free is just a JoJo's pro tag. Dude, Free is just a JoJo's pro tag. I don't know, I've never watched JoJo's. What else have we got? What else have we got? We got nothing, because we're spinning the wheel again. A Lily Singh Doctor? Too late. We already picked Anime Free. Normal Free then? No, we're doing Anime Free.
Yeah, baby.
I decided to go against my judgment, because I can do that. Oh, it looks like it's going to be Inspector Space Time this time. Woo! Inspector Space Time, the popular Doctor Who parody from The Big Bang Theory. Everyone's a big fan of Inspector Space Time, right? Everyone. Let's spin the wheel again.
Yeah, baby.
You'd really like JoJo's? I think I would. Part 1 is bad though. I mean, so I've watched the first season of of lots of shows that were like started bad and then got good. I like Community quite a lot, and Community has a terrible first season. Like, the first season of Community has completely put off people that I've tried to show Community. But I still watch the rest of it, you know what I'm saying? Right, what did it land on again? I forgot, because I have no object permanence. Rowan Atkinson, Doctor. Cool. Well, I guess we haven't decided quite yet.
Yeah, baby.
See, Alan is keeping track. I'm glad Alan is. I'm glad someone is taking notes on this. Charlie Chaplin, Doctor. Okay. Now that's a distinct possibility. Better than season 4? It's a good question. Yeah, I'd say it's better than season 4 as well. Season 4 is rough. Season 4 is pretty bad. I was literally going to stop watching JoJo's even though I knew the first part was bad because it was that bad. I gave it 1 episode in part 2. What's the most recent anime everyone watched? For me, it was Charlotte. I haven't watched an anime in a while. In like quite a while. And then I gave it 1 episode in part 2, and the MC pulled out a Tommy gun and shot up a shop, won me over. Fair.
Yeah, baby.
Tania Miller, Doctor. Alright, so did that one already get one? No, it didn't. We're still in the game. I haven't watched any anime in like a while. Like a good while. I want to watch Dungeon Meshi. I've heard Dungeon Meshi is good, and I mean I like D&D now, so it would cater to my interests. But yeah, I don't know. I liked that Way of the House Husband. I thought that was very funny. Very, very, very funny. I like the main guy in that one. They did like a live action version of it as well with the actor, and it was great. All right, let's do another spin.
Yeah, baby.
Rowan Atkinson, Doctor. Didn't that already get one? It did! It's going to be the Rowan Atkinson Doctor! Also, Link Click is an absolute banger. In terms of anime that I've seen recently, and by recently I mean in the last 5 years, I'd say the stuff I've really liked. Felicia's shown me a lot of like retro anime as well. Because like before I got with Fee, the only anime that I had seen was Death Note, Gundam, Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, I have a story about that, and Gaiva, Bio Boosted Armor. Those were the only things I'd seen, basically. Gaiva I saw because when I was about 4 years old, my dad saw it in Blockbusters and thought that it looked a bit like Power Rangers, so he got it for me. And I think that's why I am a bit obsessed with violence now. But after meeting Fee, I have seen why no Yu-Gi-Oh? Because Dragon Ball Z had people actually punching each other, and I was a karate kid. So I resonated more with people actually hitting each other than like playing cards. Now I would like to check out Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, for me, Yu Yu Hakusho has like ruined shonen anime, which I know is the vast majority of anime that gets popular. I watched Dragon Ball because it was out on Toonami, and then a friend of mine who was really into anime suggested I watch Yu Yu Hakusho, And I watched that, and now I can't watch Bleach. I can't watch My Hero Academia. I can't watch any of that stuff. One Piece looks cool, but I don't want to watch 1,000 episodes or something. But One Piece looks amazing. I watched the Netflix series, and it was great. Digimon! Oh, I forgot about Digimon. I fucking loved Digimon as well. Anyway, I'm going to spin the wheel. Digimon's cool.
Yeah, baby.
Pokemon's cool as well. I'm streaming Pokemon tonight, actually. Dr. Light! There's some good shonen, but most of it is slop. I agree, Najawin. I agree. I like Dragon Ball because I like the aspect of seeing someone's life from, like, being a kid to being an adult, and, like, science fiction fantasy versions of, like, dealing with those problems. And to be honest, it, like, invented a lot of the tropes that went on to become cliches. So I'll always have a soft spot for that. And to be honest, I just love the characters. I know it has flaws, but it also has a lot of virtues that I like about it. No need for spins. Didn't Rowan win? Rowan did win. But I was talking about anime and got distracted, you see. But yeah, I got into Yu Yu Hakusho, and it ruined shonen for me forever, basically, because Yu Yu Hakusho is a work of art. It's like actually amazing and has like themes and is deep and shit. And most shonen, like Najawin said, is slop. Maya, the chat is slower tonight. I need to get round to companions now. Hold on. We're doing companions now. That took too long. Who we got as the companion? Who we doing? Ryan is us 100%. FMAB is technically shonen. It's arguably the... Oh my god, yes! Yes! Don't get me started on a Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Najawin, please. Yeah, like, I don't consider that a shonen at all. I don't know. I get that it's technically aimed at 14-year-olds, but I feel like you have to be an adult to really appreciate how good it is. I don't know. FMAB is a tricky one. What the fuck? Tank Girl, Sabrina Carpenter, Megan, Joy from Blade Runner, Cynthia from Pokemon, Cher, Jenny Everywhere, Ryan Molyneux, Jovi from Elf. The companion he had. I have watched one episode of Full Metal, you know which one. You should watch it, Nick, it's incredible. Full Metal Alchemist is absolutely amazing. Zorbina's hot sister. Devimon, Rose Tyler the dog version. Alright, I'm gonna look through these and find some. Hold on. Alright. Alright. Abbott and Costello. I'm gonna add Tank Girl from Xavier's list of suggestions because I think that's a fun one. Okay. So, Tank Girl. It's going to open. Oh. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. Alright. Abbott and Costello. Wilfred Mott. Ben 10. Susan Foreman. I like Wilfred Mott. Wilfred Mott's a good one. Clara and Missy. Let's have Clara. Let's have Clara there. Sorbina's hot sister. Grunty Shepherd. Alright, we'll pop Grunty Shepherd in. You twisted my arm. We'll put Grunty Shepherd in. Thank you very much. Ben Tennyson, Gwen Tennyson, Kevin Levin. Fowler from the Thin Blue Line. Is that Rowan Atkinson's character? Man from Man vs. Bee. Edward Elric? Yeah! Yeah! Marion from Indiana Jones? Oh. Huh. Huh. Alright. Alright, yeah, no, we can do that. Someone's nan who just wants to make sure the doctor is eating right. Isn't that just Evelyn? Mr. Bean? Curtis Connor? Cabbage Gran? Is Cabbage Gran the Gran of Cabbage Man going metal? Baldrick? Chris Chan? Johnny English? Logan Paul? I like the Johnny English one. The Johnny English one is good. Vote Saxon 07. Don't cut yourself on the edge, Xavier. You're lucky that we're the cool Doctor Who stream. Optimus Prime. You never get this at Mr. TARDIS, I tell you that. Optimus Prime is good. Logan Paul as Wolverine, Ron Weasley teetering on the edge of non-existence because Yudowski is ascended and doesn't see any reason for Ron's existence. Cabbage Gran lives with her grandson Cabbage Man in the Cabbage Van. Let's go with Optimus Prime. Ryan 2, the Ryan Qual. Mr. TARDIS. Ryan, what, me? Dude, Davis, no! I'm not doing any YouTubers. I don't need to get into trouble today. Slenderman? Jeff the Killer? Grim Cutty? Sarah, stop it! Stop it now! This is how it always goes. I tell you not to do something and you're like, let's do it 100 more times. Nerdronic, save that for villains. Coco, I cannot say the actual word. Oh, Grums? Who's Grums? Zagreus, but he's chill? Video game donkey? Mr. Tumnus from the Witch Lion, the Witch of the Wardrobe. That Mr. Tumnus. Some bloke who has somewhere else to be in 10 minutes. The Game Grumps. I suppose that's not a YouTuber, is it? Oh god, you don't know who Grums is? No, I don't know who Grums is. Who's Grums? Actually, don't explain it to me. Or do. Jontron. I know who Jontron is. Drunk Nardo. We had Nardi a while ago. We can't do Nardi again. Oh dear, it's a massive rabbit hole. Well, we have to write a Doctor Who from scratch. The Brigadier. Jamie. I don't even know quite how to explain it. I like Jamie. Jamie's a good one. I'll put Nardo on. Sandra Bullock, sorry. I'll tell you a weird niche fact about me. I really like Sandra Bullock movies. I don't know what it is. She's just consistently in really good movies. She just has a really good agent, I think. I don't know. She's a very solid performer though. Chicken Jockey. James McCrimmon from The Outland. Benton. A nondescript stormtrooper. Benton is a good one. Benton doesn't get enough love. I really hate Sandra Bullock movies. That's fine. I can totally see why someone would. I think they're good though. Miss Congeniality is a good film. Gravity is a good film. 28 Days is a good film. Demolition Man is a good film. She's been in some really good stuff. I don't know. There's even more that I can't think of right now. That one stormtrooper played by Daniel Craig. Alright. Norman Price. Bill Potts. Benoit Blanc. Isn't he the guy from Knives Out? Cabbage Man. Jim from 28 Days Later. Oh god, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We only have one more left to go. Haven't seen those films. Oh man. Speed is fun. I think she's in Speed. I'm pretty sure she's the lady in Speed. I don't have any bottled water. Damn it. Blanc, but yes, okay. Eric Cartman. The Teletubbies. Come on, guys. Jim from The Office. Alright. We can do Jim from The Office. There's at least one joke that I can get out of that. So we'll do Jim from The Office. Alright, let's spin the wheel. Ryan's bottle of water. I really need a bottle of water. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to spin the wheel, though.
Yeah, baby.
Johnny English. Thee's getting it because she's amazing. Johnny English. Incredible. Okay. Willem Dafoe from Speed 2. Alright, let's spin the wheel again. Woo! Klala! There we go. Perfect spin, no more needed. Is it really quarter mass?
Yeah, baby.
Noddle! I really want to do a video about Quatermass, Craig the Panda. I want to do a video about Quatermass and call it Doctor Who, but it's for Tories. I think that would be a good video. Koala! Anyway. Wilf! Okay. I like how that person who popped in and was like, the show should be cancelled, like, just disappeared afterwards. Like, when I was like, mate, we love the show, we also think it should be cancelled, they just, like, evaporated. They just stopped existing in that moment. Woo, your video title right there. I know! I need to get back to making videos again, man. I took a long break, and I really feel like I need to get back. I think it was trying to get one out every week. It was killing me. I'll just put out less, but make them longer. Maybe I'll do that. I've been thinking about doing that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Wife! Oh, it's nice and cold too.
Yeah. Oh.
This show needs to be cancelled, lol. Yup. people don't understand, man. They don't understand what it means to be a real Doctor Who fan and to also agree that the show should probably be cancelled.
Yeah, baby.
Quotes, I know. Grunty Shepherd. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want it to be Grunty now. Because she would just shoot whatever the alien was. And then dance terribly. To be fair, it also refers to the 3rd and 13th eras. What does? What does, mate? The show is trash. Every hardcore Doctor Who fan ever. True. Can I tell you, you know when someone says, when you ask someone like, oh, what's your least favourite Doctor Who era? Or like, what's your favourite Doctor? And they're like, oh, I just love all of it. I think that's a red flag. I'm going to just say it. I think that's a red flag. I think they're either casual or they're toxic. And there's no in between. To be fair, it also refers to the 3rd and 13th eras, it being Tory. I would argue the 3rd Doctor's era was about as progressive as it was allowed to be. Whereas the 13th Doctor's era could have chosen to be a lot more progressive and didn't. As Nate pointed out, it's never really been good aside from the Capaldi era. I agree with that. I think the Capaldi era is like the absolute pinnacle of the show's quality. I think it actually became a really, really good TV show during the Capaldi era. And the rest of the time, like Doctor Who, ever since it came back, it's wanted to be it's wanted to be an HBO show. Basically, like it feels like it has to be a kid's show, but it wants desperately to be like The Sopranos or The Wire or like Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Capaldi era is the only one that's ever managed to actually get that balance right. Mostly. I don't know if you guys would agree. Koala! Yeah, see? That just proves my point, Craig.
Yeah, baby.
Clara! It was outright winning awards compared to Game of Thrones or Hannibal. Wow! In series 8 and 9, man, they should have just kept on that track. They should have just kept on that track, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. They should have. They should have. They should have. That's why, honestly, like, when Space Babies came out, I seriously considered just not being a Doctor Who fan anymore. And I've never felt like that before. But, like, knowing that they're just going to turn it into, like, a generic 6-year-old show, I don't know. Keep Moffat forever? Yes. But also use Moffat as, like, the benchmark for new writers as well. To be fair, that was Games of Thrones series, like series 5. Game of Thrones series 5, the rot might have started to set in, but it was still a solidly functional TV show, Najawin. Like, it was still good TV. Game of Thrones drop-off really happened in, like, series 7. Series 6, like, yeah, there was a precipitous decline in quality, but it was still pretty solid fantasy television. And then in Series 7, it just became horrible. It just became absolutely horrible. I don't know, I'm one of the people burned by Game of Thrones, so... But yeah, we're meant to be doing a right from scratch, and we're just rambling today. Oh, Clara won. Sick. All right, we're doing monsters now. Right, the cracks were showing, but it wasn't bad. Exactly. You get what I'm saying, Najawin. Exactly, yeah. But I want to do my own thing, every Doctor Who writer, while copying other writers. Well, I mean, yeah, everyone just copies everyone else, don't they? I mean, an original work is two existing things combined with a third existing thing. That's just how creating stuff works. Mr. Beast. Davis and Mr. Beast again. Russell T. Davis. All right. Gotta be Mr. Beast. Monica. Who else have we got? I'll put Mr. Beast on. The consequences of his own actions. Let's be meta. RTD is the only thing on. I like that. I like that. I like that. Let's just do that. Let's just do that, yeah? Yeah, nah. Evil Ryan, who adored the latest series of Doctor Who. Nah, does actually sound like a pretty good evil guy. Naya. Evil dinosaurs. Anti-Doctor. The homunculus from Full Metal Alchemist. Space Babies reignited my love for Doctor Who. Yeah, probably. You know, you can literally see that for about 2 weeks after Space Babies came out, I just stopped uploading. Oh wow, YouTube doesn't really like to be talking about who really controls us. Do you mean Russell T. Davis? I'm spinning the wheel, guys. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah, baby.
Let's see who wins. Who could it be? Oh my god, it's Russell T. Davis! What are the odds? Yeah, right. Yasmin is the best character. Yeah. No, the bond market. All right. Here we go. Are we ready to write a Doctor Who? Here we go. So, our Doctor is Robert Atkinson, our companion is Clara, and our villain is RTD. This is why we're Lawrence Miles' favourite show. Give RTD laser eyes. Okay. So what's the plot? What are we doing here? We got another half hour. Give me pictures for a plot, and I'll pick the best one, and I'll write something with you. Can be as silly as you want it to be. RTD teams up with Mr. Beast. You're just pushing Mr. Beast. RTD is the villain in real life as well. He said it himself in the Five Doctors-ish reboot. I know, that's why we should make him a Time Lord with laser eyes. And we should have his catchphrase be "Kill Damage." I agree, Mr. M works. I like the implication there that RTD just thinks that Time Lords are like superheroes. Loz actually handed off his title as most hated person in the Doctor Who fandom to El Sandifer a few while ago, like officially. RTD drops all pretenses and declares he just thinks he is the real leader of mankind. Rowan Atkinson is forced to reprise Blackadder for a charity special at gunpoint. The Doctor hijacks it and replaces him at the last second. That's really good, Vishan Singh. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Opening. The actor Rowan Atkinson is being strong-armed into doing a Blackadder reunion. There we go, that's our start. Written by Mark Gatiss and produced by RTD. The special is called Blackadder Learns That the British Empire was kinda chill, actually, and probably worth it. A lifelong passion project of Gatiss. RTD is rolling with it as long as he gets to cast Flapping McAction, an up-and-coming actor from a Netflix series RTD heard was popular. Was almost as good as Stranger Things. There we go. RTD wants to bring Blackadder to an international audience, and so he puts loud music, screaming, sex, and explosions every few minutes. It turns out RTD has been feeding on life itself. This reboot is being tooled towards an American audience, and so Baldrick will be played by Chris Pratt. And Melchett will be played by Guy Fieri. Nobody asked Russell to do this. And he does not have the rights to the Blackadder franchise. However, he does have laser eyes. Nah, he just puts Finn from... Nah, Finn from Stranger Things is expensive. Shooting Atwa after doing sex education was not. Is Mel Brooks and Leslie Nielsen in this? No, sadly not. Although I am going for that vibe. Rowan Atkinson complains to the makeup girl that he's going to fire his agent, but the makeup girl is Clara, who swiftly knocks him out with her taekwondo skills. The makeup girl is Clara. You knew where I was going. The doctor takes Rowan's place. Okay. So, Rowan Doctor is going to assassinate. No, you don't know where I'm going with this. This Clara only says Clara. Well, like a Pokemon. But not before asking Clara her opinion on the situation. Clara, says Clara, before trying to eat some foundation. Yes! Clara! This is better than Space Babies? I know! Only the doctor understands what Clara means. By which I mean he makes it up. Peak writing. Wait, just wait. Just wait. Don't ask me why I'm thinking of Typhlosion. Why are you thinking of Typhlosion? I don't know what Typhlosion is. Is this a sex thing? I feel like this is a sex thing. Okay. Absolute cinema. This is better than Space Babies. That is a bar so low that the devil is using it for limbo. Clowner! Don't ask. It's a sex thing. I knew it. Okay. The doctor takes to the scene. While Clara scratches up a wall in the corner. Oh God. Xavier gets it. Don't implicate Xavier in your degeneracy, Najawin. Clona! Action, says RTD, having killed the director with his laser eyes. The doctor ignores his mark. walking right up to RTD and holding a mirror to his face. Now your laser eyes are useless, says the doctor, doctorishly. Clara being a very good actor hits all her marks. The doctor has to do a graphic sex scene at some point and Clara rescues him at the last second. What do you mean rescues him? Okay, Davis slaps the mirror with the back of his laser hand. Davis slaps the mirror using his laser hand. And then what? What happens after Davis slaps the mirror out of his hand with his laser hand? What happens next? Clara puts Davis in timeout. Hang on, I've got something! Oh my god, I've got something! And then vaporizes Chris Pratt as a show of dominance. I wanted to do that anyway, lol, he says. So the doctor tries to make an impassioned speech about the situation, but Mark Gatiss cuts him off, going on a lengthy tirade about how Britain needs to build up its naval forces again. RTD dabs. Oh my god! Caldemarge, Pratt! Caldemarge! Mark Gatiss turns out to be the master really getting into the role. Whoa, we didn't choose the anime option. Come on now. Moffat cameo, please. My RTD as Moffat peeks his head around the corner and then leaves. There you go. What's next? What have we got here? What are we doing next? How is the Doctor going to defeat RTD but with laser eyes? Well, What was Chibnall doing from all this? From all this being off screen. Distant sounds of better writing. But worse promotion. The Doctor doesn't, Clawler does. Well, yeah. Rowan Atkinson got brain damage from the Clara slap. He comes out imitating Mr. Bean. Everyone finds the shtick overplayed and old until he defeats RTD through the powers of slapstick. Maybe. Clara uses hyper beam. Oh no, exclaims RTD. I seemingly endangered the universe again and made the stakes too high. Whatever am I to do? We need to do something about Guy Fieri. We need to do something about Guy Fieri. What are we going to do about Guy Fieri? What are we going to do about that? I have an idea. Let me introduce a Davis Ex Machina to fix this. I was thinking of a Chekhov's gun, actually. I was thinking about, Oh, I have it. 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 Rounds on Guy Fieri. Oof. There's no intro in this episode. Yes, there is. Guy Fieri wants to play the Absorbal off. Guy Fieri is playing Matt Melchett. Bad writing. This is an RTD episode. Now time to get for revenge for all those homophobic things you said. Then everyone weirdly forgets about... Look that up, by the way. That's true. Guy Fieri is a homophobe. Forgets because you make disgusting food. And the Doctor is like... Actually, nah, fam. You can have this one. A homophone? Yes. All the homophonic stuff. One lasering later. And RTD is ready to laser the Doctor too. One lasering later and RTD is ready to laser the Doctor too. Alright, I'll do it, I'll do it. Kill Damage, Flavor Town. But then Clara. Clara jumps to her feet. Palms her hands and yells. Klawa hawa ha. Shooting a beam from her hands that overpowers RTD's laser eyes. Ha! You see? Says the doctor. The Klawa Hawa Ha. The most advanced technique in all of Taekwondo can only be performed after eating copious amounts of foundation and scratching up a BBC studio wall. Klaula, you're a genius. No, she does what do you mean Aikido? She does Taekwondo. She does Taekwondo. It's a Chekhov's gun because she used Taekwondo earlier in the thing. She does Taekwondo in series 8 and 9. Well, she doesn't. My companion is special because she's not special at all. Aikido is the one that's fake. We've gone over this before. Although, yeah, there are high-level Aikido practitioners that do claim to be able to shoot energy blasts out of their hands. That is a real thing. Would you do it for a Klaula snack? Everyone who has ever met Klaula. Aikido is the one that thinks they can use ki blasts, yes. No, the implication there is that this is an actual ki blast. Another requirement of the Klawa Hawa Ha is that you have to be Klaula. I get what you're saying now, Najawin. In Doctor Who, every martial art allows you to shoot energy beams. They're just different kinds of energy beam. Oh dear. With RTD defeated, the Doctor gives Klaula a Klaula snack and then tells Mark Gatiss he should probably chill on the Empire stuff. It's a bit cringe. They dump Rowan Atkinson's unconscious form back home. I can shoot these beams because I am a professional in arm wrestling. That reminds me of a story I'm going to tell in a minute that's really funny to me. We did win though. We did do the story. We made it. Clara is happy because she got a sticker for her efforts in a stack. Or just make a UK anime industry, but it's a good use. Plot twist, RTD is Guy Fieri. Okay, so. And then they go back to the mystery machine and somehow the Empire strikes back. I want to tell you the story now because it's funny. Family Guy cutaway incoming, yes. Because now we're going to talk about slap fighting. Okay. Alright, so. for a while, UFC tried to make slap fighting, like people like slapping each other competitively, like a sport. And Felicia's sister got really into it, like really into watching it. And I watched it for a little bit, and I wasn't convinced. And it turns out the whole sport got like made a joke of at the end of like the first season of broadcast, I think, because it got to the end of the first season of broadcast, and basically they got the champion slap fighter, the champion women slap fighter, the #1 female slap fighter in the world, okay, is this Russian lady, right? And she was gonna do a slap fight against just a regular MMA fighter. I think it was Cyborg, actually, who, for those who don't know, is a female MMA fighter with a pretty middling record. You know, not bad, but not particularly exceptional either, okay? This is important, right? They had a measure of how to determine how good someone was at slapping, because they would have them hit a mat and it would determine like the force of the slap, basically. And they had like a slap power meter, and the champion lady's slap power meter was way higher than the middling MMA fighter, okay? And I was like, that middling MMA fighter is going to take that lady's head off. And the girls were like, nah, she has a way higher slap rating. We've been watching this show. No, you're wrong. So it gets to the actual slap fight. I think the Russian lady slaps first. It goes like boom, hits Cyborg in the face. And then Cyborg, it's her turn to go. And she just goes BAM! And the lady gets knocked to the fucking ground, cracks her head on the floor, and starts crying. And slap fighting as a professional fighting sport just ended that day. That's the story. There isn't a moral to it. I just thought it was really funny. Oh, God. That wasn't even my full power, you good fam. It was like Half-Life 2. She ragdolled her. Wow, it's like slapping isn't a good fighting technique. It's like slapping isn't a good fighting technique, and it's also like those MMA fight, like these slap fighters, some of them were just regular ass people. One of them was just a dude who worked at a video game store, I think, and they just were decent at slapping people. But this lady was an MMA fighter, and MMA fighters train like 8 hours a day. The moral is, if you think it will hurt, whatever will do. I think the real moral of the story is, like, the only way to get good at combat sports is to be good at combat sports. You can't bullshit your way into it. It's the one thing in the world you can't fake your way into. They'll make a disingenuous Hollywood movie about it eventually, and then I'll watch it next. The new member of the JLA slaps people occasionally, lad. What's the name of that guy? You probably don't know this because you don't follow martial arts circles. Fuck. Zhao Zedong? What's his name? Hang on. I think Najawin might know about this for some reason. Yes, Zhu Xiaodong. Okay, I'm gonna end our stream today on a little story, a little personal interest story of mine. Because we sometimes talk about martial arts, or I sometimes talk at you about martial arts. And I want to share a little legend with you. I'll find it. So, there is a guy out there, okay? His name is Zhu Xiaodong, and he is, once again, this is another legend involving a middling MMA fighter. Needs a little more context. I'm giving you the context now. All right, the context is, make the thumbnail first. Zhu Xiaodong is the okay, so this needs a bit of background first. In China, there is an active effort right now to like push Chinese culture out to the world. And a big way that they're doing that is with their martial arts grandmasters, because obviously China has a very rich, very long history of traditional martial arts. And so they have like they actually give like Wing Chun masters and like stuff, like real prominence, okay? Like media prominence and stuff. They will stage fake fights where a Wing Chun grandmaster will like beat up an MMA fighter, okay? They will do this, okay? Zhu Xiaodong is a Chinese MMA fighter. He is old, he is overweight, and he has not got a particularly good fight record, okay? And this is all really important when I tell you that this man is a superhero. Know all this? Yep. Okay, you know this story. Okay, the rest of the chat doesn't know this story, okay? This should be a movie. This should be a movie, and they should get the guy who plays Wong in the Marvel movies to play this man. This guy, right, not a particularly good MMA fighter, but he's like, you know what? All of these different kung fu styles are bullshit, and he goes around challenging different kung fu grandmasters to one-on-one fights, and he lays out every single one of them every time, like all of them, every single one of them. And it gets to a point where the Chinese government puts a stop to him. They like cancel his ability to get flights. They cancel his ability to like get a to even like get meals out and stuff. Don't know this particular MMA fighter, but I do know the cultural context. Hang on. I'll find him. Do you guys know this story? Clola could beat him? Probably. Because as said, he is not actually that good an MMA fighter. Did he do it to Steven Seagal? I'm telling you right now, this dude could kill Steven Seagal with his bare hands. Steven Seagal is not a good fighter. Oh, I have a story about Steven Seagal, actually. One more martial arts legend, and then I'm going to leave, okay? Do you guys know the story of Steven Seagal, Esquire, and Judo Jean LaBelle? Do you guys know that story? I'm going to tell you that story. So Judo Jean LaBelle was now this is interesting. You'll like this. You'll like this. This is my favorite Steven Seagal story. Judo Jean LaBelle was a guy who was a contemporary of Bruce Lee. Okay, and he sparred with Bruce Lee, fought with Bruce Lee, and is one of the only people we have on record that beat Bruce Lee. Okay? So that's who this man is. And this man, when he met Steven Seagal, he was already in his 60s, okay? This is important context. Most martial arts aren't that good. I agree with you. I agree with you. As a guy who's really into martial arts, most of them will get you killed. I completely agree, Najawin. I completely agree. Okay, so yeah, Steven Seagal, at the time he was at the height of his career, and he was like, you know, I could kill anyone. I could kill Bruce Lee. And Judo Jean LaBelle was like, okay, well then fucking grapple me then, bro. And this was a 60-year-old man, and Steven Seagal, I believe, was in his late 20s when this happened. So they fucking start grappling, and Judo Jean LaBelle gets him into like a reverse headlock, right? And starts just choking Steven Seagal out. And Steven Seagal, his fucking bowel gives out. He poops himself. And like, he's apparently crying and screaming like, hey, you're gonna fucking kill me. You're gonna fucking kill me. And yeah, a judo Jean LaBelle just like, let's go. So that, I feel, would put paid to any idea that Steven Seagal is in the top tier. There are very few good ones that were optimized for actual specific situations, but most are traditions that have built up a lot of chaff over the years over foundations that are potentially okay. I agree, Najawin, and my personal philosophy when it comes to martial arts is if you want to learn a martial art for self-cultivation, learn anything that you want. If you want to learn a martial art for self-defense, learn something that's actually been tested in real combat. I like Kali quite a lot. I like Eskrima quite a lot, which is a Filipino martial art. And it's like stick fighting. And the reason I like it is because it's means tested, because they actually used it to defend the island against Spanish invaders. Now, they weren't successful because the Spanish invaders had guns and they didn't. However, there are plenty of records of it killing people, and it seems to be very effective when used in self-defense situations. Call Me Kevin did a video about this. You are right about most of the traditions that have built up a lot of chaff over the years. You are completely right about that. You are absolutely right. I remember trying to teach a Taekwondo guy about bursting once. Which is a Krav Maga thing, where instead of... so usually you're supposed to go like block, punch, but with bursting, you block and you punch at the same time. And it's not as powerful as an individual punch, but it will break your opponent's concentration. And they looked at me like I had two heads. Of course, there's always Krav Maga. Krav Maga is really good. Krav Maga is limited if you just know Krav Maga and you're fighting against someone else who knows what they're doing. Krav Maga is most effective when used against untrained opponents. I think you need something else in your system, basically, to supplement it. But I do think it's a good first one to learn. Absolutely. Alright, I'm actually done with this stream now. This has been fun. I love when we just... you do have two heads, right? No, I don't. If I could teach someone one thing to make them better at defending themselves, Najawin, I would teach them the 360 defense system from Krav Maga. Fun fact. That's the one thing I would teach someone to make them better at defending themselves, if I could choose anything. Did you think you could do this without me? Hi. I was literally just leaving, lab. We just talked about martial arts for 20 minutes. How are you? I'm great. Having a really good day today. We're doing Pokemon Uranium tonight on Twitch, so make sure you guys tune in for that. Should be a really good time. What happened this stream? Clara did martial arts. So 2 heads? I don't have 2 heads. I have 1 head. It's here. You can see it. I still arrived. You did, and it's wonderful to see you. I'm always happy to see you, Lamb. You know that. You know that. But bye, everyone. I'll catch you all later. Klawa did the Klawe Hameha. Yeah, that did happen, yes. Bye!